One, two, three, go live. Um, I'm here to talk about Creole, like the word Creole, as I know a lot of Americans think Creole means like a skin tone. You know what I mean? Like two mixed culture from from two different world, from two different continent, which is Africa and Europe come to a different land and mingle. It means more than that, you know. Creole is a way of life. It's a culture. It's a religion. It's it's a dance. It's everything. You know what I mean? It's a way of life. Um, Deeper than skin tone. I could see why people could say that. Um, I could see why people are mixing it, mistaking it for light skinned people. Not even light skinned people. Like light skinned people who born in Louisiana. That's mixed with French and Africans. You know what I mean? Even some people that's not even African, you know, they could be white as hell and call themselves Creole. That is so insulting. Because, you know, it runs deeper than that, you know? Like, the reason why the word Creole came about is, doing, like Haitians or people in New Orleans, they talk Creole, you know? And if, like during the time there was, enslaved people that was in bondage, they wanted to, differentiate themselves from those, that was in bondage, and the crackers was rounding everybody that looked black and trying to re-enslave them. So they had to come up with the term, to explain that they're different, you know, culturally, language, everything. You know what I mean? So that's how the word Creole came about. Like people didn't want to be rounded up; they had to differentiate themselves from the African slaves. You know what I mean? They're free people, and you know, like if you what do you call it? If you are like a white Spanish person, or even what I mean? Or okay, put it like that, or even a black Spanish person. You don't want to be mistaken for someone else. You know, you speak Spanish, you're gonna say I'm Spanish. You know, you identify yourself by the language that you speak. That's what the Haitians in New Orleans did. They wanted to differentiate themselves from the bondage slaves. Because they was rounding them up. And the way I see it, I think the whole instead of like black people, you know what I mean? They, like the white. I can't say the white man. Black people refer to themselves as African American. Yeah, we are you know what I mean, African descendant, but what do we know about Africa? You know what I mean? We gotta have a new identity for ourselves. You know what I mean? Like our ancestors call themselves Creole, you know, and that's what we should be. That's what we should call ourselves. You know what I mean? We not gonna let white people label us as to what we are. You know what I mean? In order for us, for all of us to come together, we gotta identify ourselves. None of us are, you know what I mean, identified culturally. You know what I mean? Share the same idea. You know what I mean? Like, I believe we should identify like every, not just American. Let me repeat that. Not just Black Americans. Like the whole continent. You know what I mean? Like the whole continent of America with African descendants should regard themselves as Creole. But if you don't have any Africans descendants on you, you don't have African blood in you, black blood in you, you're not Creole. If you wasn't born in the Americas, you're not Creole. If you wasn't born in if you came from Africa, if you came from Africa, you come over here, you're not Creole. You're African, but you're not Creole. You know what I mean? Our ancestors paid the price. You know what I mean? For them, you know what I mean, to be what they are. You know what I mean? For them to identify as, because if they didn't do it, who knows what would have happened? You know what I mean? They would re-enslave them back all over again, which they did to some of them. But I think this is a very important topic for all black people in the Americas, South, North, the Caribbean. You know, if you know, I believe you are Creole. If enslaved, like you know what I mean. I hear some Americans calling themselves Israelites. Black people call themselves Israelite. You know, you know what I mean. But if you don't want to say you Israelite, you could say slash Creole. Or African American, whatever you feel like calling yourself. But I believe, you know what I mean, Creole shouldn't be just Beyonce and the people of New Orleans. You know what I mean? It should go further than that. You know what I mean? Not just people from New Orleans, Louisiana, what do you call it? Eastern Texas and Mobile, Alabama. Or Mississippi. St. Louis to some extent. But I believe we are more than that because our ancestors paid the price for it. That's what I'm saying for now. But hit me up, subscribe, let me know what you think about it, and let me know your thought. Man. It shouldn't be the white man perspective. You know what I mean? To what he want to call us. He doesn't want us to identify ourselves. They still want us to be divided. So it's up to us, you know what I mean, to have a new identity for ourselves. You know what I mean? Because we gotta unite. If we don't unite, You know what I mean? We on the verge of being extinct or something. You know what I mean? Like the way I seen shit happening right now, it ain't good for us. You know what I mean? So hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll let you know more about, you know what I mean. That's still gonna be more topic I want to talk about. All right, let me let this thing go, and then we'll talk later. Hit me up.